So if you're in that area, I'd say be safe. So the Khoza family murder case, which will be referred to the magistrate for an inquest. This to establish the circumstances surrounding the deaths at Vlakfontein, south of Johannesburg last year. In a shock move, the NPA today withdrew charges against the sole accused, Fita Khupe. Khupe and the late Ernst Mabaso were implicated in the murders of seven members of the Khoza family. Mabaso committed suicide in prison. Angry community members barricaded the Golden Highway in protest after the court proceedings today.
A decision has been made by the Director of Public Prosecution that all charges must be withdrawn. Against accused number 2 is the accused before court.
A free man, Fita Khupe, walked away from a Schedule 6 offence for murder and escaped a 15-year stretch of porridge in a jail cell. Charges were also withdrawn against his co-accused, the late Mabaso.
All charges are then withdrawn against both accused number 1 in absentia as well as accused number 2 who is before court. I unfortunately cannot offer any explanation. It's not a decision made by the court, but it is a decision made by the prosecution.
In the gallery, the absence of family members and community conspicuous. With Mabaso out of the picture, the prosecution's case crumbled.
It is a fact that the death of accused number 1, who's now the late Mr. Ernst Mabaso, had a detrimental effect on the case going forward. Because now what the state is left with is only a confession by the accused, and of which the law prohibits us from using that confession. So without the testimony of Mr. Ernst Mabaso, who would now obviously not be in a position to go into the dock and tell the court what happened, the state is basically left with nothing that takes the state for the state's case forward.
But where did it all begin? Last October, this home was a gruesome crime scene. The prime suspect in the case allegedly committed suicide while awaiting trial. And in a dramatic turn of events, charges have now been withdrawn against the remaining accused, one Fita Khupe. It's left this community incensed.
Something's not right here. Or maybe there's something wrong with Lanesia courts, because evidence is there. The man was here in the house, but now he's a free man. No.
I'm not safe at all. As I was one of the community who stand in front of this TV today, who was talking, and then I knew and I know that they are going to come back for me. So I don't want to see Cooper. I don't want to see him. I don't want to see him in Vlakfontein.
I'm the one that I am blaming the NP. If it was Cyril Ramaphosa's baby, what was going to happen? What was going to happen? Which means they are ignoring this Vlakfontein.
This man, he cannot sleep with 7 people in a house, but he cannot smell anything. So he's not a killer at the end of the day. No. So that's why people, they are taking the law into their own hands. And then after that, the government blame us for doing that. This is not right. He's a killer. He's the one who was addressing this child to kill these 7 people.
Hours later, their anger spilled onto the streets. The Golden Highway barricaded.
Who's gonna take blame for that? People were killed. These are not flies. These are not flies. It's people. 7 people who were killed. How can you? Where is the justice?
A formal inquest will now be held. Trillian Play, SABC News, Vlakfontein.